Welcome to the Sunday service at CSLN. We are a welcoming and inclusive community of inspired individuals caring for and about each other and the entire planetary family. The Center for Spiritual Living Nashville offers spiritual tools for anyone seeking a more fulfilled and meaningful life through a deeper connection with a higher power or universal truths. Be sure to subscribe below if you enjoy our programs. Now let's join today's service.
Good morning. Hi, I'm Marietta Carter. I'm a practitioner here at the Centers for Spiritual Living. I'm a member of the Board of Trustees, but most importantly, I'm your host. So it's my pleasure to welcome you to the Center for Spiritual Living Nashville. I'd like to thank all who are watching online, and I invite you all, wherever you may be, to come join us in person in Nashville. We're excited today because our speaker is our founder, Reverend Dr. Mitch Johnson. Yay. The title of his talk is Goodbyes and Hellos, Part 2. It's okay if you missed Part 1. We're also pleased to welcome on stage our own beloved members, Gordon, Antoinette, and Sean. And we have a host of others today. I'm just so excited about everybody who's here today. If you're new to us and you're wondering who we are, I just want you to know that we are an inclusive, open spiritual community for anyone who is seeking a deeper connection to spirit. If you've never been in contact with the Center for Spiritual Living, I would like to share a few things. We believe that all people are individualizations of the one. We believe in immortality and continuity of the individual soul forever and ever expanding. We believe that there is only one God, and there are many paths to that God. And we're here to love and honor and support you wherever you may be on your path. So please know that the Center for Spiritual Living loves you and honors you and welcomes you on your journey of faith and wherever that takes you. Welcome to our center. Let's begin our service. Gwendolyn, if you could ring our bell. Okay. Ring it like you mean it. There we go. Yes. I invite you to take a deep breath. Close your eyes. Let the sound of that bell just resonate through your being. And as you're able, place your hand over your heart. Take another deep breath. And just continue to breathe in. Please join me in knowing truth by turning within and knowing that there's a power and a wisdom and a love that is within us, and it surrounds us right now. It's the same power that created the beginning of everything. It's the same power that was here before the heavens and the stars and the earth. It is alive, and it is still creating. It creates with every breath we breathe. This infinite power never rests. So we are here dear hearts, to choose to live in its likeness, we can choose to unite with this oneness. And so I invite you to feed your curiosity with innovative ideas. Place them in your consciousness. Be a co-creator with the one. And as we open our hearts and our minds and we feel the Spirit moving in and around and through us, just feel that interconnection and know all is good. Join me as I give thanks for all who are here today. I'm so grateful for all who are near and far and who are contributing to this service by just being present, by just being open and receptive to love. I bless our speaker, Reverend Mitch Johnson, our practitioner, Gwendolyn, and our guest artist, Antoinette, and Gordon and Sean. And I know that the message that is shared today by all of them who assist us, all of them will assist us in knowing the truth about ourselves so we can soar, so we can feel lifted and inspired. And for this, I give great thanks. Thank you, Father, Mother, God. And together we say, and so it is.
Good morning. Before we start, I just wanted to say, not that. You said it all, Mark. That's all I need. Thanks. Anyway, yes, it is our last service today, and I hope it's very special to all of you. But I just do want to let you all know that it's also our last day for our electric guitar player, Brian Wright. And Brian's been with me. Brian's been with me for 4 years, but he's been with CSLN for 20 years. 20 years. So let's give him a round of applause. Come on. Yeah. He deserves it. I don't have any audio. Oh. Duh. All right, Mr. Spence, start us off.
Hang on a second. I just wanted to say this. You know, we're all going through a big change here, and that can produce anxiety and uncertainty. And I would suggest for all of us, including me, if you're feeling that, let's use the teaching to know that something good is going to come from this. I've heard it said when a door closes on you, one more will open in time. There have been times when I found something better after losing what I thought was mine. Now once again there's a dark cloud above me, and I'm bracing for bitter winds. But in my soul there's a voice softly saying something good's gonna come from this. And I believe that there's more to this life than we can see. Oh, I can't really say what it is, but something good's gonna come from this. My friend, I see in your eyes that you're troubled. I won't pretend to know what's best. Let's take some time just to know for each other something good's gonna come from this. Join us. I believe that there's more to this life than we can see. Oh, I can't really say what it is,
careful now. Hi, good morning. I am Gwendolyn Smith, and I am a practitioner here. And I stand here in the memory of our beloved practitioner, Candy Paul. And I will be doing the reading today. Everything must change. Nothing stays the same. Everyone will change. No one stays the same. The young become the old, and mysteries do unfold, 'cause that's the way of time. Nothing and no one goes unchanged. There are many things in life you can be sure of, except rain comes from the clouds, sun lights up the sky, and hummingbirds do fly. Winter turns to spring. A wounded heart will heal, but never too soon. Yes, everything must change. The young become the old, and mysteries do unfold, 'cause that's the way of time. Nothing and no one goes unchanged. Quincy Jones. Now I'm going to do a treatment, and I'm going to say this in first person, and you can make it personable to yourself. There is one life, and this life is God. This life is my life, absolutely and completely. I speak my word knowing something greater than I am, yet still what I am is always acting in the next grandest version of the greatest vision of a healing and revealing of change. Each moment of my life is new, fresh, and adventurous. It is a delight to plant new seeds of service in my new church home. I move forward in faith and divine love with ease, joy, and glory. I am always in a revolutionary moment of creativity and astounding change. With deepest gratitude and appreciation, I release my word to law, and I release and I let go, and I let the Spirit run my life. Thank you, dear Spirit, that this is so. And together we say, and so it is.
Thanks, Gwen. So 21 years ago, this song I played here for the first time, and it sort of morphed into an I song to a we song. So I just wanted to thank this community and thank this building, and especially thank this band for this opportunity to once again play this song. So this is called We Choose Love. I can see laughter, or I can see tears.
I see a choice, love or fear.
What do you choose? What do you choose? And now we choose to live with freedom flying from our hearts where the light keeps shining. And we choose to feel the whole world crying for the strength that we can rise above. We choose love. We choose love. I can see sharing, or I can see greed.
I can see caring or poverty.
So what do you choose?
Or death.
Coming on strong. So what do you choose? Sing along with us. Here we go. Now we choose to live with freedom flying from our hearts where the light keeps shining. We choose to feel the whole world crying for the strength that we can rise above. We choose love. We choose love. We choose love. Well, I see us healing, the darkness done. And I see us dawning. It's a world united. So what do you choose? Love or fear? Oh, we choose. Now we choose to live with freedom. this band, everybody.
We love Sean.
Thank you.
Good morning. I think you've already chosen love or you wouldn't be here. Let me put this down a minute. There's an old story, and maybe you've heard it before, but it's worth hearing again, especially at this time of moving to the new. It's a story of a man who was, an old man who was sitting outside of a town, and he was sitting there whittling, and a car came by with a family in it, and they said, "What kind of people live in this town? We're thinking of moving here." And he said, "Well, what kind of people were in the town where you came from?" And the guy said, "Well, they were wonderful. They were good. They cooperated. They were good neighbors, all loving and caring for each other." And the old man says, "That's the kind of people that live here. You'll enjoy it here." The next day, the old man was sitting out there again, and another car with another family came along, and they said, "What kind of people live in this town?" And the old man said, "Well, what kind of people lived in the town where you came from?" And they said, "Well, to tell you the truth, they were awful. They were bad neighbors. There was a lot of theft. There was crime that was rampant, and people didn't trust each other," said it was awful. The old man says, "That's exactly the same kind of people you'll find here." Well, it is true. As we used to say in Science of Mind circles, wherever you go, there you are. Say that. Wherever you go, there you are. So it's our thoughts and feelings that they invoke that determine where we are. Where we are in terms of happiness, where we are in terms of relationships, where we are in terms of abundance, where we are in terms of peace of mind, where we are in terms of health and vitality, where we are in terms of any experience we have on this earth. You see, wherever we are is a place of marvelous events, mystical events, wonderful things, if we greet it with an open arm. You see, I don't believe we can make mistakes. Oh, I know some of you are going, wait a minute. I don't believe we can make mistakes because we're always finding out about ourselves. In this journey of life, that's what happens to us. We find out about ourselves, what we really think we are. Something that seems like a mistake is actually showing us how we can correct the path that we're on to an even better path. I know it's going to be hard for you to believe this, but I've made a couple of mistakes in my life. I know, you don't believe it, but there was that time when I thought I was wrong, but I was really right. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Ego got loose again. And if you've been here a while, you know I'm not an ego basher. Your ego is simply your identity, what you feel about yourself. And for sure, we can have some pretty messed up identities, but even these are subject to change, subject to you, subject to your thoughts, your choice, your feelings. As that wonderful song says, choose love. That's why people often have a hard time changing, you see, because you can't become what you want to be as long as you're attached to what has been. Amen? Amen. You can't do it. And so we aren't attached to this place. Many, many wonderful things have happened here. But do you understand that many, many more wonderful things can happen there and can happen in us? So you have to become detached to what was. And a good, actually easy way to do this is to simply have an open mind and an open heart to what can be. And I know you're going, oh, you don't know what my life is like. No, I don't. And I don't care to. I'm not uncaring. I just want you to know you have a choice. That right now you can start smiling. Just like the energy of that song lifted the room up. Amen? Amen. The energy in you can lift you up to a different vibration. As you start noticing good things about where you are, where you're going is going to change. Have you found that in your life? I have. You have to feel good now. You start feeling better. So you start feeling good, and that good leads you to start feeling a little better. And that little better starts leading you to feeling a little better. And then you feel a little better, and then you're at a different vibration of energy. And the whole universe is a vibration of energy. Oh, it may not be energy you can see, but it's there. It's there. So as you get into that vibration of love, that vibration of possibility, that vibration of anything is possible, you attract more of that, more into you, more of wherever you're going. Now, if you do that enough, you won't care about what was. You won't care about it. I know a lot of people, especially in today's world, want to take us back to the good old days. They weren't. They really weren't. Oh, there was good in them. I'm not saying there wasn't. But I want you to understand something. You have to start enjoying what is. You have to start enjoying who you are. You have to start enjoying, oh, I've got food, I've got legs, thank God Almighty, I've got a body. Still there. Sometimes you wonder. But you see, whatever the energy is now will be the energy that you're going to. Because the energy of where I'm going is the energy of where I am. Wow, that's good. I think so. I wrote it. Say this. The energy of where I'm going is the energy of where I am. Now, I want you to understand something. If you can understand that and explain it, then you've got it. It's very profound. Turn to someone and try to explain it to them. Somebody listen and somebody, go ahead. Okay. Do you think you got it? Do you think you understand? Because here's the thing, we all forget. We all forget. So what kind of energy do you want to experience where you're going? Well, you've got to start feeling the good energy now. Here's what I've come to know from my years of metaphysical inquiry and ministry. There's nothing more important than that we feel good now. That's that vibration thing, that we live in a vibration energy universe. And it responds to that vibration by creating something like that vibration in our experience. So you got to start feeling good now. Years ago, when I watched The Wizard of Oz for the first time, we're talking about the dark ages now. I was fascinated with Dorothy. Remember The Wizard of Oz and Dorothy's red sparkly shoes? And she clicks her heels 3 times, right? 3 times and shouts, "Take me home to Auntie M." You remember that? Boy, I thought I'd have to have those slippers. Just 3 clicks of the heels and I'm on my way to fame and fortune. But the part I missed on was the 3 clicks of the heels were triggers for the key to feel the feeling as if she were already home with Auntie M. That's what the wizard told her. Do you remember that? You know, I missed all that metaphysical part. And that's the absolute truth of manifestation of anything on this earth. To have the feeling that is the energy. You see, the universe is an energy universe. It's not a word universe. Words are only good to get you to the feeling. Amen? Amen. Take me home to Auntie M. Well, that begins with a good feeling. And don't let this pass over you today. Last week I said we had a contracted version of us when we came here because we could experience the contrast and not know who the expanded version of us really is. Then we came here to expand that version here. And so we can imagine, we can say it and feel it, and it will become so for us. Because as Jesus said, with God, with the expanded version of you, all things are possible. Not just some things, if I'm lucky. All things. You don't have to have Dorothy's magic slippers. You just have to feel good about yourself and about life and about what you're doing. And the more and the more and the more of these all things that are possible will become available to you when you do this, when you start feeling good. And when you catch yourself going down that path of, well, they should have done it different. If they'd have only be like I wanted them to be, then I'd be happy. But dear heart, they ain't. You have to be happy on your own. And then you'll find happy things in your life. The energy of where you're going is the energy of wherever you are. Now, I know this church and congregation is going to a place you've never been. Well, some of you have been there. But you know what? All the good things that have happened here can happen there. All the good things and even greater, in fact, are happening there. We just have to open our hearts and minds to it. So right now, I'm going to call up a friend who's going to start a procession. And what I thought would be nice, if people would maybe want to come up, if you feel the urge, and talk about an event or how you feel about this place, something that happened to you, maybe over the years, or maybe recently, or maybe you got a healing or a revealing or something I said or something somebody else said turned you around and you went, oh, I'm the one that gets to choose what my life is. I'm the one that gets to say, it's all love. Right, Sean? But I have to choose it, which means I have to do my best to feel it. I have to think about something that makes me feel, yes, it's still there. So I want you to think of a good time you've had. So to start this off is an old friend of mine, Tim Stewart. If you haven't seen Tim in a while, he probably owes you money. Oh, no. Okay. Where are you, Tim? Oh, come on. Try this, Mike.
Oh, there we go.
This Tim have been here a long time, is the president of the International New Thought Association. Is that still the same? And he was the president of Divine Science. He is a Divine Science minister. And for years, he was here because I led him to the Lord. No, he was a Pentecostal minister. Now, there's a difference.
Pentecostal way back when.
Yeah.
There is so much I could say. And when Mitch mentioned to me about memories with the building, I thought, and the memories with the building all involved people that I see sitting here, some that are no longer with us. But you know, the building, the main thing about the building that I remembered when I thought about that was forgetting something here one night and getting home and realizing I needed it and being in this building alone at 2 o'clock in the morning trying to find what I'd left behind. There wasn't the same energy. But so many things, people with commitment, and I could mention so many of you, but I'm gonna mention one couple and one individual real quickly, that what they did meant so much to me. And one of them is this guy right here, Sean Galloway. Yeah, he looks at me and raises like, what did I do? Give him a hand, he deserves it. But years ago, we had some snow and ice, and the parking lot had ice all over it. And we were due to have a coffee house, and it was going to be one of the bigger ones that we're going to have in here. And the featured person was Sean Galloway. And I was in a position, and Mitch had sort of left the decision up to me as to whether or not we would go forward with this, and we were talking back and forth. And Sean Galloway came over here and hand with a shovel cleared that parking lot to have a coffee house. And it was amazing. So people who were committed, you remember that. I'm surprised you don't still have blisters. And the other thing I want to mention, and like I said, there are so many things, but this one to me is a metaphor for this congregation right now and this move. I was honored to do several weddings here. I counted, I think there were about 9 couples here that I did their weddings for them. But one of them is sitting right here, and that's George and Norma Smoley. Oh. And they're still together. I think I've only had one couple that didn't make it. All the rest of them are still together. But you know, CSLN, or as it used to be, it was RSN and then Spiritual Living Nashville or something we had in between, and then Center for Spiritual Living, and I just finding out twice. I go to Alphabet Church. But when we here, it was, you get to do it your way. We didn't try to make you into something you're not. It's about waking up to what you really are, right? And so putting together a wedding didn't mean there was going to be something traditional about it. And when it was time for Norma to come down the aisle, how does it start now? That's right. And she danced down the aisle to Happy. All right? And she was happy. But she was leaving behind that single life, and she was about to enter into a marriage, and she was happy as she was coming in. And when it was time for them to go out, I had no idea because they hadn't told me this part of it. I took care of the rest of it, but when they got ready to go out, here it goes again. Do it again. And they danced out to Happy, okay? And it is the energy that we brought here that brings all the wonderful memories. And people who come after, I hope you have some great things to say, because in this place, I met some of the best friends I've ever had in my life. I have had some of the best times and things that spread out from it. The camping trips we had, things like that, they all originated with us coming together here. But you know what? Everything that is right here will be wherever you are. I think I'm being redundant. He's already said that. So I just invite you to carry that with you, and let's keep making memories. Let's keep making memories. Mitch, you want me to call somebody else up, or do you want to take
Yeah,
All right.
somebody else, come up. Who wants to talk? Laura wants, oh, here comes.
Laura will have to come on. So I was on the board of directors when we bought this building, as was Rosemary, and I can't see, Bonnie, is Bonnie here? Pauline Davis and Judy Burnett and Laura Landreth, so here we are. And I recall that Mitch wasn't really excited about buying the building, but he got used to the idea. Huh? Randy Phillips. Yeah. So I don't know. Lots have happened here. Lots of things have happened here. I had my 50th birthday party here. We did a concert, a fundraiser. I can't get this back in there. Oh, there you go. And, that was a couple of years ago. About 18 years ago. Donna, didn't I walk you down this aisle at your wedding? Oh, yeah. And you're still married. There, I'm not going there. Anyway, it's been wonderful being here, and I don't know. I just wanted to acknowledge that the people that were on the board, we took a long time, looked at a lot of places. Woo. And then this one showed up, and it just felt right. It felt like this was going to be the place where all these wonderful things were going to happen. Been able to sing here a few times, been able to speak here a couple of times. It's been an important place in my life, and I'm emotional. So there you go.
Too high for me. Wow. Okay. So yes, I was on the board when we found this building, and we had been looking for almost a year. And we knew this would be a great asset to buy so that later on the church would have money if they needed it. And we did. And so, and then I was on the board, and I was also a staff minister here. And I was the minister of youth education under Mitch, and that was in 2001 or 2. And so we had a great youth group, and my daughter was in it, and so many children that I know who are all grown up and married and just, grown up or are gone that grew up in this church, and they have the values of science of mind. My daughter does. And it's a big deal. Gosh. And then I got married. I met my husband in this church. And Mitch married us in this church.
I'm still waiting for the.
You're going to wait a long time. and I, as a minister, I've married people in this church. And the practitioners that I've known forever are in this church. And it's the people of this church that are the church. And this building has been great, but we're shedding our skin and going into something bigger and different. And but boy, so many memories here. Thank you.
I'd never get it out. Wow. Hi, good morning. My name is Rosemary Cathcart, and I love you all. Oh my God, I love you so much. And little bit. The memories that are in this building are all connected to the people and the spirit of those people. It's all going to go with us, but in an expanded version. When I first started in this teaching, we were at the YWCA on Woodmont Boulevard, and where did Mark go? Mark would sit there and take notes of everything Mitch said. And I always laughed at his jokes, and I always took the deeper meaning of everything. And here we are, 30-some years later, and everything he says is still as good and as poignant. Every good thing starts with a leader, starts with somebody who has courage to try something new, and we have that in Mitch. We're going to take that with us wherever we go, and I'd like to think about it like each of the streams of light that each of us are individually, collectively, we're just going to pick that up and take it away from Charlotte Pike and take it to Franklin Pike. So our light is only going to expand. So I look at it as a great opportunity, and I'm so grateful to see so many people here today that I really love. Who would like to talk now? I think Diane Woody, because I have so many memories. I'm going to talk about one thing about Mitch. Mitch did not like to have children in the sanctuary, nor did he like to have people get up and leave the service to run to the bathroom. Can I get an amen? Amen. Oh, man. But it doesn't matter. None of that matters.
Oh,
Diane Woody. Ooh.
Rosemary Cathcart. Oh,
We both grew up in this church. Say something.
we're so old now. I moved to Nashville in 1993, and one of the requirements of my coming here was making sure that there was a Science of Mind church, because I knew I was coming to the South and I was moving from LA at that time. And Michael Woody wanted to go out on a date or something, or something. And he suggested something, and I said, I'd like to go to church. I'd like to go to the Science of Mind church. And we met with you because our whirlwind romance took off quite quickly, and we thought, well, we should, do what people do and talk to the minister about, we want to get married and stuff. And Mitch was like, okay. And he married us in Centennial Park. Oh my God, this church has meant everything. Every single class, Science of Mind 101, Science of Mind 102, 103, 104, the practitioners class, 2.5 years, is that what that took? The ministerial class, all from you. You taught me everything, and I love you so much, honey. And I'm so glad that for the last Sunday here, that you're speaking. It's perfect, absolutely perfect.
Good.
And I remember someone was talking, Carla was talking about buying this building, and I remember when we came in to look at this building, and ugh. It was disgusting. But it had been a Church of Christ, and they don't allow instruments in this church. And we're like, well, hello, we're like musicians and everything. You know, we've got to be able to play instruments. We could not do it unless we found someone who signed the original deed, and all of them were dead, except for one old man. And we get to have instruments in this church because of him. He signed off on it, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yay. Yeah, thank God for that. Because not only have the classes and the counseling and the services and the people and the relationships and the love and the conflicts and the everything. I was going to say something really great. I don't know what it was. What? It doesn't? It is a totally just a beautiful family for sure. And oh damn, I wish I could remember that good thing. But you guys know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah. I'm not the only one getting a little older, but I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for everything that you've given to this church. And you're magnificent. You are magnificent, mister. Thank you.
I accept that. Thank you.
I'll make this short. I'm Becky Mayer. I've been coming here 30 years maybe. And I was just thinking back when Lynn Bennett had a prosperity class when I really, really needed it because I had no money and it was a sad thing, me trying to make money and real estate, and it wasn't happening, and woe is me and all that. And I just think that I've progressed so much with this wonderful teaching. I took all the classes, became a practitioner, actually went to Asilomar to be a minister, and then life changed, and I kind of like took a left turn and didn't come here for a while, and then I'm back. And it's just a wonderful thing to be here, and I'm excited about our new place. I know, I just feel it, that it'll be better and wonderful, and we'll have even more people, so it's great to be here. Thank you.
I want to tell you that Becky is one of the most successful real estate persons in Nashville. I think she healed her money problem.
Hi, my name is Mark. Hey, Mark. In 1998, I had a divine synchronicity. I was in the shower at the YMCA on that particular day, and we were in the shower together. And then he asked, and then Mitch was talking about he had a guitar player, and then talked about, do you know any keyboard players? And then it happened, and then, so about 35 years doing this, unbelievable. The huge amount of singers and talent that came through this, and we're starting it. I'm really glad to have Lance Hoppin here today, who we started it. We're going to finish it today. So just appreciation for Mitch being there at that divine time and being able to start this whole thing and being here for the very end. Thanks for the music and everybody coming here.
beat me to the punch, Mark. I think you're off by a decade, though, because it was, you're talking 88, because I came in 91 when my ex, Joanne, dragged me into the YWCA, right? And there was no music there other than you playing a piano. And then we compared notes and realized we had a lot in common, our stomping grounds back in the 70s and where we came from. And I think it was me. I said, how about we start a band? So with David McHenry and Mike, we had guitar player, a little quartet. And from there, it evolved when Mark passed the baton to Bobby Teasdale, who passed it to Sean O'Shea, who passed it to Max Niederle, who then, now it's Larry Faragalli. And I've had the pleasure of serving with all of them. And not only that, but thanks for everyone who came to my endless birthday shows, which you... where I got to indulge myself completely and experiment with my own, the parameters of my abilities and lack thereof. So, but this, just being able to play here every Sunday really taught me a lot in that feedback loop of energy with the congregation, really. I think served both sides well, but I did it selfishly. I'm not gonna lie about that because it really fed me. And yet, I think it was good for everybody. Anyway, that's our brief history. I'm glad Mark's here because, yes, you and I started the ball on that. And I think as much as anything, people came here for the music. And that's part of our tradition. And I think that's what you were trying to say, Diane.
Thank you.
Okay. Anyway, thank you so much.
Okay. We're going to have to limit this because it's getting a little late. What do I know?
Yes, Lance, your birthday parties were a highlight here. Just some of the best music ever here. 17 years ago, I came here. I got up the nerve to come in by myself after I'd had an accident at home. And while I was recuperating, I became a little depressed and decided I need some new friends. I'd been driving by this place for several years, and I said, those people look happy, and the parking lot's crowded, and so I did. I got up the nerve, and when I came in, there were connections. I met the outdoor people, the camping people, Bob Sadler, which is one of my dearest friends, and just want to say the last 17 years have been the best years of my life. Thank you. You know, the most fun, the best friends, the most spiritual growth. I'm on the board now. I'm really grateful to have seen us through this process of the move, and I've always known it was the next right thing to do, and I just thank you, Dr. Mitch, for bringing this teaching to town. Thank you.
So I have a lot of great memories. I've been privileged to perform with this band a number of times and share my music with y'all, and I really appreciate that. Many years ago, Butterfly, who's no longer with us, she and I started a coffee house that went for many years, and that's a highlight for me as well. When I first came here, I had just come back from New York, having placed my father in a nursing home. I was in a really low place. Somebody invited me to come to this center. And I don't remember what you said, Mitch. Well, actually, I do, but I don't have to paraphrase it. What you said when I left, I felt 80% lighter than when I walked in. It was just what I needed to hear when I needed to hear it. And I said, I'm coming back. So I love all of you. I've made great friends, and let's just continue doing it.
Okay. We're going to have to be the last one, okay?
Thank you, Mitch. I just wanted to say that my fondest memories of the building, aside from being here with everybody for so long, yes. I met my best friend at this church, and she's no longer with us, Arita Trahan. And, yeah. And Arita and I, with the help of Gregory whatever your name is. Fisher. No, I almost called you by my ex-husband's last name. Okay. Right after 2001, we started Big Ball Baby Productions because we were all crying over the 2001, World Trade Center bombing, whatever. But anyway, we got to do theater here for 5 or 6 years. So that was just a wonderful time of community and sharing, and something that I've always cherished. Yeah, so I hadn't done any theater in Nashville yet, and so this church got me back into theater.
Okay.
Thank you.
Push it in from the top. Push it in from the top. Yeah. You had it. Okay. And the other thing that she just mentioned to you was that in this church, you don't have to remember your ex-husband's last name. That was a joke. No. Don't send me notes or write me things. People used to do that. They send notes. That thing you said Sunday can't be true. Well, I guess you don't have to come back to hear it. That's bad. But I just wanted to share one thing that I remember, and this has to do with music and me, and this has to do with Lance. You remember this, Lance? Lance used to play bass with Felix Cavalieri, right? Yeah. Remember Felix and the Young Rascals and stuff? Well, and we had a whole array of people that knew all of his songs. Well, Lance got him to come to church one day, and he sang here. And I mean, the place was jumping. It was packed, and he got up and he sang all of his songs like, everybody got to be free. And everybody was dancing, and it was a special moment for me, and lifted me up higher than I was, because I remember I was standing in the back just enjoying everything, and there was a guy there when he sang his hit song, "It's a Beautiful Morning." And the guy sitting there says, "He sounds just like the record." And he did. But so I think we'll close it off by saying it's been wonderful here. And I just ask you to join me, and you can put your hand over your heart. And just take a deep breath and know that that is love you feel. That is the vibration of the creation of universes. That is the vibration of the creation of worlds within worlds, of dimensions within dimensions. That is the vibration of who you really are. Who you really are. And so we get to take that to a new place, to expand who you really are. And it's a wonderful, wonderful privilege. And it's a wonderful, wonderful joy. And so it is.
Right. I think that if we took the microphone and we just went from person to person, we would all have something just really special to say, whether this is your first time here or your 1,000th time here. I know that this place, this center, has made a difference in my life. I hope that it's making a difference in your life as well. And so now is the time for us to give back to that which serves us. I'd like to thank Gregory and Rosemary and whoever. I'm sorry. I'm having Denise, yeah, and Laura, and all of those who had the foresight to say, let's get this building. You know, we're going to take the proceeds from this, and we are building something even better than what we've known before. And so I'm so thankful for those who have planted the seed, and that we can reap from that bounty, and that now, once again, is the time to give back and share your love with us. So I invite the ushers to come forward. So you can give an offering plate. We still have a square in the back of the terminal. You can go to our bookstore. In the pocket right in front of you, you'll see our QR code. You can scan the QR code and give to us that way. Or for those who are online, we still take mail at our street address, and you can mail your check to us. Please join me as I say, divine love, as me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And so it is. Thank you for your loving gifts.
Whew. These walls are steeped in love, and I believe places have a soul too. Buildings and land has a soul too, and that love will always be here. I hope I can make it through this song. Woo-wee. And it's an honor for me to sing this last song here. So, thank everybody, and thank you, Holly, for inviting me here for my first time almost 20 years ago, you and Steve.
I will remember you. Will you remember me? Don't let your love pass me by. Weep not for the memories. Standing on the edge of something much too deep. We're not letting go, we still have friends to keep. It's funny how we feel so much, we're always asking why. Let's open our arms and walk into the light. I will remember you. Will you remember me? Don't let your love pass me by. Weep not for the memory. I'm so afraid to leave you, but now it's time to go. Won't cling to a past that doesn't let me grow. We've shared so much laughter, and sometimes sleepless nights. You gave me everything you had, oh, you gave me life. I will remember you. remember the good times that we had. Don't let them slip away with all this love we had. I won't bid you goodbye. We've had a good run, but I know deep in my heart we've only begun. Don't let your love pass me by. Weep not for the memories. I will remember you. Will you remember me? Don't let your love pass me by. Weep not for memories. Weep not for the memories.
Thank you, Buddy, for putting all these everyone who sent us pictures, and Buddy here put all these together, and thanks so much. Thank everybody.
Sorry about those. So, let's just keep going, but I just want to say a big thank you to Mitch for being here today, for starting this center. Yes. I'd also like to thank our guest artists, Antoinette Olson, Gordon, Sean, and yes, I'd like to also thank Mark and Yvonne and Larry and Brian and you. Where was? I just messed up. And Lance and Spence and Gregory and our AV team. Thank you. Okay, I only have about 5 pages of announcements, so if you can, I'm just kidding, but bear with us, okay? It's finally here, y'all. We're moving. Just want to let you know that tomorrow at 8:30, our movers are coming. We have a host of volunteers who will be meeting them, and we'll be going over to Unity. Probably take us about all day. I just want to go ahead and say thank you, Bob Sadler, for providing lunch to all of our folks who are helping out. If you'd like to help out, Lucia is not here today, but I'd gladly take your name and number. So mark it down. Next Sunday, our first service, it's on Unity Campus. Our service starts at 12 o'clock. We will have meditation at 11:15. And we will have a youth program. Yes, we're reenacting our youth program. And we're having it again, and we're building it, and they will come. And we're starting with ages 2 to 12 right now. If anybody would like to help out with this team, it's a wonderful team. I'm on it. You can come and ask me about it, okay? Also, our business kind of keeps going, so I want to let y'all know that we're preparing for our annual meeting. And it will be on April the 28th. It will be after service at the News Center or our center, which will be on Unity Campus, which is at 5125 Franklin Road. You can write that down. You can Google it. I'm sure we're all intelligent people here. You can find your way to Franklin Road, okay? Just to let you know, we have 6 board of trustee members who will either be rolling off or they will be up for re-election. 6. So if you're willing to serve or want to be on our board, let us know. David Armholder, Lucia Coopersmith are the ones who are heading up the nomination committee. Please reach out to admin@cslnashville.com if you have any questions or if you have interest in serving. If you have any questions about what is going on, hey, reach out to us. The best way to get in touch with us right now is to email us at admin@cslnashville.com. .org. I was testing. Thank you for listening. We do have a wonderful office manager, Raquel, and she will feed the questions to the appropriate person. So, each week we give a lot of thanks to a lot of people. And some of our folks that we don't always give thanks to are the ones who are here every week in and out. And I don't know if you know this or not, but our hospitality team, they go out and they provide our goodies, they do our coffee, and it comes from their heart. It's a gift to us. The center doesn't provide that. So, I'm a Southern woman, and here in the South, we say thank you when people give us a gift. So I, right now, would like to thank our hospitality team. If you could just bear with me a second. Thank you. Kim Tyson, Nancy Telford, Karen Sorensen, Beverly Clark, Tammy Bullington. If y'all are here, go ahead, stand up, stand up. Thank you. Thank you. I'd also like to thank our ushers and our greeters. They're the ones who always have a smile. They're always saying hello. They always have a hug if you're willing to take it. And so I would like to give a special thanks to Amy Stevens, Mila Rosenbrook, Katie Griffith, Meredith Green, Cynthia Cook, Mary Lou Cohen, and Julie Waskey. If y'all are here, stand up. Thank you. So y'all be looking for the announcements. We're going to have a special party when we go over to our new place. Don't want y'all to miss it. Would love for y'all to join us. What about Susan? I'm just kidding. Susan Prim, where is Susan? She was right up here. Susan Prim. Susan, stand up. I want to tell you a little bit about this woman. She was like, oh, I don't really know what I'm doing. I've never done hospitality before. She didn't know, but she has been one of the best organizers, team leaders, and for that thank you, Susan. She's always here. She's always in the kitchen. Thank you. Thank you for reminding me. Did I forget anybody else? Oh, yeah. So yeah, if you'd like any details, thank you, regarding our announcements, they're going to be in the newsletter. We're going to find a place to put our bulletin board. So join us at Unity. Join us in finding that place and finding our bulletin board, okay? And before we leave the service today, we probably have some new people here. So I know y'all been sitting for a while, so stand up. Everybody just stand up. If you see somebody, if you're a member, stand up. If you're not a member, stay seated. If you see anybody seated, reach around and say, hey, thanks for coming. I'd like to ask those who are watching online to give us a thumbs up. And I'm going to ask our practitioners, our speaker, to come on down. We're a group of professionals here, y'all. It's our it's our honor to be of service to y'all. So if you have something heavy on your heart, if you'd like a prayer, if you'd like what we call a spiritual mind treatment, just grab any one of us. We're here to be of service for you. Before I start our ending treatment, I just would like for y'all to hold some of our community members in your thoughts and prayer this week. Gary Huffman, Gary Bowers, Alan Woodard, Karen Davis, all of which you may have some health issues, so just surround them in loving light and energy and healing vibes, okay? Michael Woody, anybody else? And so now is the time I invite you to close your eyes. I invite you to close your eyes and open up your heart. And I'm going to say this treatment in the first tense. Please make it personal to yourself. Know with me, there's just one God. One mind. One ever-present source of love. And I praise the love of God that flows through me and flows through you and flows endlessly through everything. I choose love, and I invite you to choose that also. I know that love allows me to be the perfect expression of all that I can be. I am an individualized expression of spirit because of love. So in the sacredness of this moment of change, I acknowledge that the power and presence of love is everywhere. It surrounds me and unfolds me, and it is ever seeking a full expression of itself in me and as me and through me. And I know that love is what sustains me. It sustains me through every season of life. And I am a living expression of love in all that I do, and all that I say, and all that I feel, and all that I am. I face every situation before me with an open mind, open heart, open will to live in the present and love the beauty of the moment. I know that my inner wisdom and guidance is love. Love is the I am that I am. It flows in me like a peaceful river, undisturbed by circumstances. I'm so grateful for this place that we called home for so many years. I'm so grateful that the halls of this place will be filled with love and laughter. I'm so grateful that Spirit brought the perfect buyer to us. And I give thanks knowing that Spirit has a perfect minister for us and the perfect place for us to call home for many, many years to come. I release my words to the law, expecting and accepting this and so much more. Together we say, so it is.
Oh, hello. Let's all stand and sing our closing song. Come on.
For the last time here.
Your fellow man, give him a helping hand, put a little love in your heart. See, it's getting late, oh please don't hesitate, put a little love in your heart, and the world will be a better place.
This program is a service of the Center for Spiritual Living Nashville. May your life be filled with joy and prosperity in every way. Learn more about our programs or contact one of our practitioners at our website, cslnashville.org. You may also want to follow us on Facebook at CSLNASH. You can make a big difference with your financial gift at lovecsln.com. Please share the link to this program with a friend and join us again next Sunday. Have a wonderful week.